Okay guys, this tutorial is going to be a really quick overview of how to export your finished project for the web. If you look at the specs on YouTube, they prefer you wrap your movies in an MPEG 2 or MPEG 4 wrapper. And that may sound a little complicated, but there is a very simple way of going about this. So first of all, in Final Cut, we're going to go ahead and export our finished project. Okay? And we're just going to export it normally as a QuickTime. So we'll go up here, File, Export, QuickTime Movie. Alright, just straightforward, just like that. Okay, it's going to bring up this export dialog box and save as. You want to make sure the movie is self-contained. That is important. So let's see, I'm going to save it right in here in the PBHB. Breeze demos, we'll just go Bree makes PBHB, something like that. Okay, and then we're going to save it out, and it's going to export for us. Like I said, just using the default codec and settings of your timeline. Okay, so once that's finished exporting, and it may take a while, we're going to go ahead and quit out of Final Cut. So we'll save our project. Now we're going to open up MPEG Streamclip, and you all should have this on your machines. If you don't have it, you can download it as freeware from squared5.com. So I've got it down here in my dock. I'm going to go ahead and open it up, MPEG Streamclip. And now I'm going to open up that QuickTime movie that I just exported out of Final Cut. Okay, so click in here, Command O for open, and let's see, I threw it on my desktop in the PBHB folder. Let's see, remakes PBHB.mov. Okay, so we've got it in here, and we can scroll through there, yada yada yada. Okay, all looks good. Now we want to export as an MPEG 4. So to do that, we come up here at File, Export to MPEG 4. All right. Now, the first thing you're going to see, this looks familiar if you've used it before. Basically looks identical to just export a QuickTime movie. Your compression, right up here, you have all these different options. Well, okay, not that many different options, but we're going to use specifically H.264. Don't use these other ones, okay? H.264. And quality, don't worry about that, because we want to limit our data rate. So I'm going to click on this, limit data rate, and then we're going to go ahead and enter a data rate. And for this project, because it's 90 seconds, we want to keep it under 10 megabytes. We're going to throw in something like 760. And then we're actually going to take our sound down to 128. That looks good to go. So 760 for the video data rate, and then 128 kilobits per second, with the audio. Okay, MPEG 4 AC, perfect, stereo, good. Now our frame size, we want to make sure we get this right, because 1920 by 1080 is cool, but when you're shooting out at a bit rate of 760 kilobits per second, that's going to look terrible. So we're going to downsize this. We're going to click on Other, and I'm just going to go ahead and type in 854, tab over, by 480, and that's basically standard definition, but it's 40 progressive for, say, a website like YouTube. And we can take interlay scaling off, don't worry about that, any of that, and now we should be good. So I'm going to go ahead and click Make MP4. And it's going to bring up another little box. Where do we want to put this? Where do we want to call it? Okay, I'm just going to leave it like that because it's going to give us a different extension than the MOV, so we're not writing over anything. And I'll just click Save. And it's going to kick this out for me.